Welcome to the Nerd Party.
I'm Darren Moser.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
I'm Daniel Prue.
And this is City Alpha 3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to SETI Alpha 3, a Star Trek podcast here on the Nerd Party. I am your host, Daniel Prue, and joining me, as always, are Darren and Philip, my two anomalous friends. How are you guys doing this week? Darren, what's going on?
I heard black holes were in this season, so I watched Interstellar because I figured it'd go right to the source, and because apparently some people don't realize what current science says black holes look like. So I enjoyed watching that a lot.
Did you? I really have a bug about.
I like Interstellar.
I hate the ending of Interstellar so much. So much do I hate the ending of Interstellar. That's fine.
There are a whole bunch of films around then that came out. You had like Gravity, Interstellar. You had this big push of like hard sci-fi, or not hard. You know what I mean? Where it's like
grounded-ish.
Yeah, I mean there's a little bit of fantasy, but there's
scientists were in charge.
Well, until the ending of Interstellar, when it
you don't like the bookcase scene? Is that what you're telling me?
I thought that was Gravity.
Love is what is. Anyways, it's fine. That is, we're not the Christopher Nolan podcast. I'm sure you can find one out there, but he's hit and miss with me. Dark Knight. For every Dark Knight, you've got a Dark Knight Rises. So what can you do?
For every Matrix, there's a Matrix Revolution.
Exactly right. Speaking of,
for every Star Trek, there's a Star Trek 2.
Oh, you did it in the reverse.
You did it in reverse, but yes, that's absolutely true. The pattern holds. So, what about you, Philip? How's your week?
I'm doing good. I had to spend a whole lot of time putting kerosene back into my pyro mounted wall things. So, want to get those fire flames going every once a week. If those flames don't lick once a week, then it's boring.
It feels like he's talking to us, but I don't understand a word he just said.
Well, there's a reason for that, Darren. Philip and I are talking about this week's episode of Star Trek Discovery.
Or am I talking about last week's episode?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about some sort of British thing about like lighting the radiator. That's totally actually what I thought you were talking about.
It's the and look, I'm not picking on Discovery. Every Star Trek franchise, the shaking and the things, and it's always, sometimes it's cool, sometimes
they always pack rocks in the ceiling.
Exactly,
I know this.
But in the future, Darren, instead of rocks in the ceiling, we have pyro torches mounted about every 3 yards or something.
It's like what is there that would cause
literal
that you would put near your bridge?
I don't know. Because in episode 2,
you know what? Warp power, we better redirect through these tiny conduits literally in the walls of our bridge. Sounds like a plan.
Because in this episode, and again, I'm just picking on them, but in episode 2, it's like things weren't even rocking that much. It's like at least because it's a combination of things. It works, but the combination that the camera's shaking, the flames, you're probably doing some CGI stuff. It was just the flames. So they were just like, what's going on? Oh, man, all right, let's check. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on?
Well, there's got to be some sort of byproduct for programmable matter, and I guess it's just flames of some sort.
I'm just saying, I didn't want to be on one of those aft bridge stations, man.
No. It's always the aft bridge stages that get it the worst. Worf flying over the console proved that.
That's why Bryce had such a good idea. He's like, I'm walking over in the middle of the bridge today, getting away from...
Oh, it's good we learned his name, too, because I think it was only said once in the first 3 seasons. Anyways, yes, so we're gonna let's talk about season 4, episode 2, Anomaly, which you would have thought Voyager would have taken that name at some point.
You thought any Star Trek would have taken that.
Yeah, that's true. Really, anything could have taken it, but Darren told us pre-recording that he has not seen this episode yet, so we're gonna explain some stuff. But
I keep tuning into CBS; it keeps not airing, so I haven't been able to watch it yet, guys.
We're just gonna pitch it to him and see if it sounds like a good idea.
Oh yes, I've seen those review episodes.
That does remind me. We talked last week about the, I guess you could call it a PR snafu.
Oh my gosh, that's
Paramount
putting it
found
very
itself.
lightly.
They have now reversed their decision. Philip, are you watching Discovery on the website? Because it's now available, I believe, internet.
Yeah, and to be fair, they've
They flipped the
reversed.
switch.
They reversed ish. I don't know the actual number, so I'm going to be making some of this up. But we'll say something like they fixed it for 400 countries, but 250 are still without Discovery. So I mean, they basically sort of did the. I don't know. I don't want to be offensive here. The more developed countries, I don't know if I can say it that way, that they've sort of fixed. But if you're elsewhere outside the UK, Europe, North America, you're kind of still screwedish. But no, so here in the UK, it's available on Pluto TV, a free television app. But if I understand it correctly, I think it's one of those live TV apps. And so
Oh, you have to watch it.
you don't tell me when to watch TV.
What is this, the 90s?
We'll let you have it, but video on demand is a bridge too far.
I mean, so that's how I understand it here in the UK. But I mean, it's better than not at all, I suppose. So of course I'm still doing VPN early mornings,
You
Thursday.
mean UPN?
No.
No. That also was left in the 90s. But,
yeah. So, but anyway, so yeah, because it was at Thursday, because it comes out Thursdays. So yeah, Thursday morning. So because that's y'all are asleep. I just watch Discovery and Prodigy. Well, now just Discovery. And call it a morning. Keep on going. So then start my day.
Yeah, I think we briefly touched on this last week as well, but it's so weird that they've put Prodigy on this like month and a half hiatus, like right as Discovery was launching.
Yeah, that's.
It was like, it didn't seem like it was planned. It just like they were like looking at the numbers and they're like, why are we wasting all this overlap time? We can spread it out. Nobody can cancel if there's always Star Trek going. So it's like, what a weird thing to do. Then let Prodigy run its
So
course.
Prodigy's going to be like the I don't even know what the analogy would be, but anyway,
The,
sort of
the filler
Yes.
between the other stuff.
I know. I was trying to think of what. Yes, it's the filler between shows. We got 4
So you would
episodes
think-
we can fill.
You would think Lower Decks would be a really good filler because it's not really serial. Like you can just
It's very
kind of
episodic.
stick an episode. Yeah, but Prodigy is it's a very overarching story there. So it's like maybe you shouldn't even do that because I'm going to forget about that guy, the dad, and how he was so mean. I won't forget too much.
You'll divine it somehow.
Nice. Yes, so we are here to talk about Anomaly, as we mentioned before. In this episode, Darren, we get, especially early on, we get a very large exposition dump about what this anomaly is. Or at
Oh,
least
so it's
what
the Red Angel. Okay, got it.
We're told that it's 2 black holes.
Oh, so it's like the 7 red lights in the sky. Got it. Okay, got it.
We're told that it's 2 black holes. We're told that it is the size of 5 light years. That this anomaly is the size of 5 light years. And I wanted to actually just pause already and talk about this. Talk about scale. Talk about how obscenely large, how much larger that scale is than anything we've ever seen in Star Trek.
So Daniel,
what is the
space is big. Space is really big.
That's the
I mean, you may think it's a long way to the chemist, but
what is the largest thing in Star Trek? I think of
The Dyson
V'ger
Sphere.
cloud or the Dyson Sphere.
Dyson
I'm pretty
Sphere's
sure
large.
the Dyson Sphere beats the V'ger Cloud, but
No,
I don't
it
know.
doesn't. I looked it up.
well,
So
the
the
Dyson. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dave.
I was
Go
just saying, like that's true. They do say the cloud is what
Yes.
2 AU or something
2
like that. Which I'm sorry, guys, but do you know what an AU is? Because it's not shown that big. I mean, that is
Well, I mean,
crazy.
it's literally impossible to show something that large.
yeah. And the Dyson Sphere is obviously, I guess, 1 AU for that system. I don't know what that is. I doubt it's an Earth AU.
Do they say
And
specifically what kind of star that is? I mean, that one.
They do. It's some sort of KG star. Like they do say. I can't remember what it is, but it's not good old Soul, which is why it's roasting the inside of the the Dyson
But
sphere.
you do have to think it's somewhat comparable. It's definitely
Right.
less, I would think, than 2AU, making the V'ger cloud the largest thing. So even if
Spore network, Daniel.
Oh,
Biggest
wow.
ever.
I suppose that would be true, subspace, I guess, also then would fall under that
You
category.
might as well just say open space or fluidic space.
Yeah.
Well,
Could say those things.
and also let's dumb it down for people like me. So, Darren, from Earth, how far is a light year?
Oh my god.
Oh, gosh. It's pretty far. I'd have to look it up, but I mean,
Like
for
outside
example,
our solar system?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because okay, so here's the thing. So
So that's the
obviously, a
distance light
year.
travels in a year. I mean, for example, it takes light 8 minutes to get from the sun to us. So
it's probably a few hours for it to get from. I would guess it's a few hours, maybe a day or two to get from the sun to.
I didn't know we were going to science the science.
Because you know what? Because
Darren, you didn't watch the episode. This is your job, okay?
The writers of Discovery refused to do it, so we're going to do it. So either way, it's a very small amount of time, relatively. So if you expand that out, a light year would be, of course, the distance it would go.
Okay,
in.
for example, the nearest star to us, Alpha Centauri, is 4.5 light years away.
6 trillion miles is what it's saying.
Oh, well, now you just sounds crazy. Like, you can't say it in miles. It's like the reason we use light years is because it's such.
9 trillion
You
kilometers
just talked
for
about
us here.
space being so big. And you
So
can't
this
use
anomaly, which is only comprised, as far as we understand, of maybe 2, possibly 1 big black hole, is 5 light years across. Now, that is so mind-numbingly big. It's meaningless. Of course it's meaningless.
So again, that's bigger than the distance between our star and the nearest star.
Yeah.
Which is
again...
Now, are they saying that's like the effect of it? Because again, they picked something that's very amorphous, like 2 black holes. I mean, you could have the gravity well being really big.
They go up to it. They go up to the
See,
the
it
edge.
doesn't.
I understand.
You mean there's like a dash line in space? If you don't cross this line, you'll be fine. But otherwise, you're in the anomaly. Like
they call it the accretion disk.
Well,
which
yes.
Again, I think that's misusing that term. But they go up to it and then inside of it, and it's a bunch of empty space in there as well. Anyways,
now, sorry, I don't want to interrupt your vibe or Daniel where you're going.
Go ahead.
But I mean, this isn't. I know it sounds like we're criticizing. This is just a question. It's just a question. It seems like they're painting this phenomenon a lot like the burn, because at the end of the episode, not just for Darren, they're like, we think it's this thing. We've done this complete episode adventure for us scanning it. But you know what? It's doing weird things, and now it's going. We don't know what direction, and because we
problem
scanned
is they're using real astrological terms, not just sciencey, techie terms.
Mm-hmm. But now it's sort of this. They don't know what it is really. I mean, after this death-defying adventure to scan the interior, now it's. But it just strikes me as like the burn. Like there's this scientific thing, like it's 2 black holes, but it's like. It's going to be a kid having a temper tantrum. It's whatever version, it's going to be this time.
It's Galaxy's Child having a temper tantrum, so it creates 2.
What do you suggest, Mr. Spock? We spank it?
So, for example, a light year is 63,240 AU. 1 light year.
Right.
So
63.
It's very much bigger than the V'ger cloud.
How many V'gers can you fit into the center of an anomaly?
A lot.
1.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. So at the end of the episode, we do learn that it is doing weird things that they don't understand, so they're not quite sure. The black hole thing.
Okay, so like the burn, where there's things.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
When things shut down, and we don't know why dilithium isn't working anymore, and
but this is the problem with Discovery, especially now. It's like, you've got to be bigger every year. So you've
what's
just gotta
bigger
be
than
more...
6 light years or whatever.
Yeah, it's
Picard's doing time, so Discovery's doing space. Those are the only 2 options.
I guess so. Anyways, I just wanted to just touch on that because when I heard them say it's 5 light years across, I kind of was like, like, I almost thought about like just being like, nah, it's fine. It's just Discovery. Discovery's going to Discovery. I'm just going to let it wash over
I mean,
me.
like that's like a nebula or something. Like that's
Right.
You're zoomed out so far
No,
on the map.
but
You're not
even-
looking at points. You're looking at an area.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's but the thing is like this. We established in this episode that it moves and it also changes direction.
Wait, the black holes are moving. Well, I mean,
Yes.
The
granted,
anomaly.
black holes can
The anomaly,
move. Well,
yeah.
but is it black holes or is it anomaly? Because
Well, we don't know now. Their initial supposition was it was two black holes. They got up to it. It looks
two
like
black holes. Yes. Okay.
but it's again.
I mean, because granted, black holes would move. I mean, they're like any other stellar body. They will have a slight trajectory, but
relative
is it
to
like-
the entire galactic plane, definitely.
Right, yes.
But like this thing is like
Changing
zipping
direction,
around and
yeah.
destroying planets.
So is this
and-
the sphere data again, like
No.
zipping around? Because
No,
sounds,
the sphere data did give herself a name though.
I mean, it's the same name from the short trek, isn't it? Remember, because she had a name in that. It's the same name.
Is it really?
I can't- it's like a very short name.
Ajax or something. Not Ajax, but it's something like that. I don't remember. But Michael tells us in this episode that the computer has given herself a name. And she refers to the computer by that name, which was interesting. She also has a holodeck in her ready room. So that's where she goes to see
Vulcan.
Vulcan. Well, it's not Vulcan anymore.
Zora.
Oh, Zora. I knew it was two.
name of the
planet,
computer.
4 letters.
planet formerly known as Vulcan.
Nehru or whatever. I was actually thinking this, and this is not.
Navarre.
This isn't even.
Isn't that it?
Navarre? That's right. Yep. This isn't a criticism or anything, but how do you think you would go about changing the name of a planet, like politically?
Well, I think
How would that happen?
I think it's at the point where probably there might have been more Romulans than Vulcans, and so, or that there was such a substantively large Romulan population, 40%. Then it's kind of like,
But they didn't change it to Romulus, so it's not like it was a majority.
They put it together. What's the name we can both agree on?
I just feel like that would be a tremendously difficult task to do, almost like impossible. But I was just thinking about that. Anyways,
It's a Starfleet. Impossible tasks is what we do.
Well, they're not part of Starfleet, Darren.
Yeah, not anymore.
Whatever. Although they're in all the Starfleet meetings here. Well, let's get into it.
Wait. The Discovery is not part of Starfleet?
No, Navarre.
Sorry, we were talking about
Navarre, yes.
Yeah.
I thought they all came back. They had a montage or something.
No. I did. Again, again, every Star Trek does this, but it does get to me, given Discovery's place and time, that when they're having these big anomalies and these big issues, and it's always like, let's send Discovery. I'm like, you have a whole fleet of like modern ships. You're sending the
name of the show.
ship at a time as your lead vessel. Okay. They're the only ship in a quadrant. So, I get that they have the mushroom drive, but still.
So we're reminded in this episode, because talking about Discovery, I had forgotten that Book had used the spore drive.
I'd forgotten. And the whole, and then, I'm sorry, Darren, this is just going by. The whole, like, when Stamets was like, oh, you saved my family, Book. I'm like, I have no recollection. I generally think that happened, but
Did
I'll take
that
your word
happen,
for
or
it.
was it a fever dream? What's going on?
He took the ship into the thing, the dilithium
I
planet or
guess,
whatever.
yeah.
I don't.
Because remember, for some reason, Stamets or Michael kicks Stamets out in the tube, and I don't know.
Yeah. So I'll give you that.
I do barely remember the.
I know.
Something happened. Yeah. Yeah. So just a bare bones
Surprise! The amazing events of the end of the season were overshadowed by the gross disappointment in the screaming child.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's what they had. So, So quick synopsis of the episode. At the end of the last episode, Book's planet gets destroyed.
This is the one with the sanctuary with like the. We've seen him visit it last season. So
Yeah,
okay,
he has like a brother and a nephew there,
Right.
And they get murderized when the planet.
Aww.
Yeah. So they're gone. And it turns out it's this anomaly. So in the beginning
Was
of
the
this
variable
episode,
base really on Dantooine and we didn't go check it out? Is that what? Oh, it wasn't destroyed by the.
No.
Do we know what destroyed it? Was it the anomaly?
Yeah, the anomaly.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was the
okay.
anomaly, Yeah.
And so Booker has
When
revenge
a
against the
6AU anomaly skirts too close to your system, I guess you're just out of luck.
So it blows up his planet, and so he's sad, of course. And they all get together around the war table, and they decide they need to.
Is the war table a table again, or is it like that pit? Like,
No, it was an actual table.
okay, because last time I saw Starfleet like headquarters, it was like a balcony, and there was nothing in the middle, and they felt
It was-
really
it was-
far away from the
It was
other
very
side.
reminiscent of Into Darkness, if you
It
remember
was.
that scene.
Yes. Yes. Or even, I was thinking Star Wars.
We got this
when I was
multi-level
watching it.
set, guys. We're going to use it.
We got to see the Discovery rendition of Ferengi again. So that
For
was
2 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, it was briefly. Anyways, so they all talk about it.
Now, Daniel,
And-
do we break the news to Darren about who is sitting next to Michael as her number one?
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, now, Darren, we're going to let you guess, and you may know this already.
Okay.
You may know
No,
this
I don't.
already.
I don't, but I can guess.
Who do you just guess? It's a main character. Who is
Okay.
now the new number one on the Discovery? You have 2 guesses.
I would guess Tilly or Booker.
No.
Or Book.
No.
Either of those.
No.
Well, Tilly was number one for an episode.
Yeah.
And now,
Those two make sense. So
Oh, Darren.
Well-
Darren. Well, I don't know why you're trying to make it sense. So, all right, let's ask a question.
okay,
Who
Tig.
doesn't make sense?
Is it Tig? Because that totally doesn't make sense.
No.
we haven't seen her yet.
No.
actually.
Okay, what really wouldn't make sense would be Colbert because it's like, why are you on the
Darren,
bridge?
Darren, you have to think about who. Just to go through every main character. Who's the last person? Main character that would be the number one. The last
Someone
person who is a main character of the
Who
cast.
had some authority,
Yeah,
then gave up their authority, and
I-
now has some more authority.
very tall person.
Oh, I thought he was gone. So Saru came back?
Saru is now number one.
In the second episode, he came back and became Michael's number one. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I said.
So Mr. Saru says, just so
So
we
why
don't need confusions about captains.
He's still captain. He still
a
holds
captain
the
rank,
captain.
yeah, but he's
it's a
Mr. Saru.
temporary reduction in rank for whatever purposes?
Not only
He's
that,
getting deckered. He got deckered so
No,
hard.
he voluntarily deckered.
He was offered command of a ship, and he said, "No, I need to be there for you now, Michael."
Just as
No,
you were
you
there
don't
for
need-
me.
Yes. So
I'll
that
be ready for
happened.
the center seat, or I'll be there. I'll be in the center seat one day, but for now,
He was in the center seat.
this is his sabbatical, I
That's
guess.
right.
I don't know.
Was
Jeez.
in the center seat. Well, now he's got a fancy new badge.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, well, yeah,
forgot
it's his Baldric,
yes,
basically.
it does.
But yes, Saru is back on the bridge as second in command for whatever reason.
Okay, I'm kind of surprised by that because I thought that we had heard from Doug Jones that he was wanting to do less Saru, and being the number 2 on the ship seems like more Saru. But
There was a plenty of Saru in the episode. He was definitely all there. So I am as confused as you are, Darren.
so the
I'm not
master
sure.
plan is complete. We have placed all of our chess pieces on the bridge,
I
and,
guess.
and now Saru's number 2. Okay, I wasn't even on my radar. I was listening Tig before Saru, but I guess it
Tilly,
does.
there was no recognition. There was no sort of acknowledgement on Tilly's part that she has now given up that position. Like there were nice scenes between
Oh,
Tilly
yeah.
and
Where they
Saru.
supported her, and yeah.
Yeah, no,
Well, that was when they had moved her to command, right? Yeah. And then they moved her back,
Yeah, because she's in blue.
yeah.
Now that everyone's
which is
primary
not,
color.
which is not command.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying because I'm
The death
pretty
sentence.
sure they in that last scene in in season 3 they had her in red, and then they
Oh, that's
over
That
they
was a thing,
overrode
wasn't
it in
it?
blue. Yeah, it was a thing. Remember? Do you remember this, Daniel? So when they were clapping for Michael and she's
Oh,
going
yeah,
to
it
chair.
changed.
Yeah, she was in red, and
Would've
then
been
or
tan.
something was released. No, because they had switched over to the
We're in
new
TOS colors.
uniforms. Yeah. So she was in red because she was going to be in command, and then they digitally
Command's not
changed
red.
it to...
We're in TOS colors.
No.
We're not?
Michael's in red
Okay.
the whole time.
No, we're
For
in
some
TNG
reason, I thought
colors.
we'd gone back. So, sorry, I apologize.
No. Nope.
So, yeah, so she was in red in command, and then they digitally changed it to blue before the episode released because they
But
decided...
she was given
Temporary.
number one status,
Yes.
right?
Right.
And it was never rescinded. It was never taken from her in the whole episode.
That'll come up in 3 episodes where all of a sudden her command codes are still good and she's just like taking over half the ship.
No, and Daniel, I feel like we're not following what you want to talk about. But just at the end of the episode, and I'm seriously, I know I'm not making fun. I'm just asking questions because I don't get it. This whole episode is about Booker, obviously, to every obvious person in every obvious way, is having grief and shouldn't be doing what he's trying to do. In the episode, he's basically the sole person in charge of this mission, and Michael lets him because he's like, I'm just going to go if you don't let me, and he's having visions, and everyone knows this man is not in a good headspace, but he goes. And then Stamets goes, and they have a therapy, man cry, and it's fine. And then at the last, 3 minutes of the episode, Tilly's walking with Colbert. And she's like, hey, I want to have a talk with you. And he's like, yeah, anytime. She's like, no, I want to have a real professional talk. And he's like, yeah, no, that's and it's all very good. I'm like, Tilly, Booker's the one that needs to be. I mean, I'm not trying to genderize it, but it's like, it just reminded me of when they did
so Tilly was affected by the destruction of the planet, and so she was actually getting help?
I don't even know.
We don't know. It sounds like there's something else going on in her mind. Like there's something.
But
I don't know,
this could be dealt with just as much as Detmer's PTSD.
Well, that's exactly what I'm worried about.
But that's what I was thinking about with Booker, that it was, which is not very gender because they're men and women. But thinking about with Detmer, like, I'll just have an episode where I have a tantrum. I mean, I'm not making light of mental health, but I'm going to have an episode where I have a tantrum and then I'm better. Like, Booker's better now, guys. He's bad. I'm like, no, he's clearly not. He's completely traumatized. He's the one.
He had a cry, Philip. So
he had a good cry.
And Tilly's the one to be like, I have larger issues I want to talk about.
Mental health in the 25th century's
31st century.
I mean, she was a bit brusque with Ensign Not Trill. Which I thought was like, look, she's a lieutenant now. You're allowed to be brusque with ensigns. Nothing wrong with that. She's like, double check your figures, and it's like, okay, that's fine. It's not. That was not stress related. That's how you do your job on Starfleet. And at the end, Tilly's like, no, I have larger issues. I'm like, maybe there's
did
interesting character
have
moment.
A cry holding grudge,
holding holographic Stamets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Sure.
the two characters that you had no idea had any impact on each other's lives they kind of have to butt heads and then form a relationship. It's really weird because Stamets and Book, you would never put them together ever.
Is there? Am I the one who seems like a massive conflict of interest or not conflict of interest, but issues of Book being so highly placed in Michael's ship?
Darren, there's a scene in this episode.
There's a character with the name Darren that is a prime example of why you shouldn't be involved with people who are under your command.
Episode where Book is on his mission, and
mission
in the
cry,
middle of the
got
bridge,
it. Okay.
In the middle of the bridge, Michael says, "I need a private channel," and she gets her own bubble shield around.
Cone of silence.
Cone of silence.
So she can only.
We're not
talk to
joking.
him.
We're not joking.
And this is mission critical stuff. This is the mission's gonna fail, and she's telling him love notes, trying to be supportive and stuff. Of course, it's nice, but in the middle of the bridge while everybody
do it on a pad or something and instant message him. Say go away or whatever you want on it.
I love that. I mean, there is. And again, not a criticism, but that Discovery has to have everyone standing on the bridge delivering their lines. We have to just transport from wherever the heck we were to the bridge instantaneously. We're going to have that conversation. We're not going to take it in the ready room. We're going to have it on the bridge. You guys have other sets.
We're going to beam to the ready room because walking is...
I mean, I'm not saying that, Legacy Trek is perfect and has it, but like, there's a reason we had turbo lift scenes. There's a reason we had observation scenes. You use these sets to talk, to, exposition, and then bridges action,
See, you guys are not. This is so fun that I don't think I'm going to watch any of Discovery. I'm just going to have you guys explain it to me the whole season, because it's actually way more fun than anything I
Guys
can
react
watch.
to Discovery episode.
Let's talk
blind
then,
reaction.
Darren.
Okay, what about this anomaly? Like, what's going on, guys?
Doesn't matter. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, they need to scan it.
Yeah.
So in order to scan it, they need to get inside of it.
Okay,
And because Discovery is too
so
big,
Fantastic
valuable-
Voyage, got it. Okay,
Yeah. So Book says, "I'll do it because my ship is small and it can transform and whatever." I
mean,
clearly,
So does the spore drive. We could literally boop into it and then be done.
No, because then the pyro torches are going to act up.
Oh, the pyro! I forgot about the pyro torches. Are those being uninstalled on Tuesday? Is that how that's working?
Oh, and this was, of course, and I don't understand. Discovery has the budget, and they have the technical know-how. I mean, they obviously do. I mean, they're talented people, don't get me wrong. And so when they're going to have the gravity goes out part of this episode, now, I don't know how you would float people. I don't know how you do that. I don't know.
There's a couple ways.
But what they do, and this is for Darren's visual effect only, clearly putting everyone on wires, and this is what happens.
So you're just kind of floating.
No.
Everybody
no.
knows-
No. You're not floating. Everyone pulls up.
yeah.
Oh, you
Everybody
just
goes
move up like 5
immediately-
feet in the air.
Everybody goes like on a plane. Everybody goes up mid-level between floor and ceiling.
Okay.
Like if you lost gravity
It's like-
right now, you don't just start floating away.
Is
You
the
would
ship
just-
moving
No.
when this
the ship is-
happened?
No.
Oh, well then no. You
it's a
become weightless. You don't like
That's what I'm
vector
saying.
into the
it
sky.
would be, but everyone just jerks up 5 feet at the same time on cue. Go.
And not only that, it happens again.
I blame programmable matter, guys. I mean, that's just
It happens again 5 minutes later, and Tilly comes in like right before it happens. She goes, "Brace yourselves," and nobody holds on to anything.
there's
Nobody,
nothing to hold
just-
on to, guys. There's no seatbelts. There's no arm bars.
I mean,
there's
you can hold on to
nothing.
your console. You can hold on to a buddy, your chair, whatever. It's fine.
To me, the funniest line, which is not meant to be, and it's a serious moment, but it's like when the first time it happens, Michael, and I forget who she's talking to. It doesn't matter. I think it's the ops or the woman at ops. But what's going on, damage report or something, and like, Captain, I can't reach my console. It's like, I don't need your excuses. I don't care that you
They're,
can't
like
reach your
swimming
console.
in the air,
I'm
like they can't reach the console.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
is
whatever.
funny.
It's fine.
No, it's just
It is what it is. So they send Book into the anomaly,
Got
and
it.
then they decide not to send someone else, but to send holographic Stamets with Book. They can't
because he can
send
scan. He did the sciencey.
Yes. For some reason, even though the machine does all this
You know,
scanning,
it sounds like if they had just launched a probe, it would do the exact same thing
they
because
said it was too small. It was
but
too small.
it's remote and it scans.
Has to
That's
have the
literally
ability
what
to
you
do this.
described.
I don't know why.
Now, in their defense, they tried to have
They
Detmer,
try launching a probe and it gets destroyed. Like, I'll buy that, but
but
So
they
they
tried to have Detmer do the piloting, but Booker, pushed the issue, and there we go.
Yeah, whatever. Like, whatever. Again, this is why he should not be anywhere. And, like, whatever. So what they do is they attach a programmable matter tether to Book's ship. Now, why I don't understand why they don't just put...
like a tractor beam.
No,
No,
it's literally a physical tether.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a
but I mean, it's
physical
doing
tether.
the same thing as a tractor beam.
Right.
Okay.
But because a tractor beam is made out of energy, and energy is disrupted by the gravity, blah 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 blah. It's got to be a physical tether. That's fine.
Yeah, I bought it. It's
I
fine.
guess. It's fine.
It's a safety
Whatever.
lead.
My problem
Did
is
like a little turret come down out of the bottom of the saucer and shoot it off like an Enterprise? Because that would have been great.
no. Actually, we see when the tether retracts, we see all the matter fly back into Discovery, which was kind of cool. It was kind of a cool shot. But My thing
Hull
was
at
like,
99%. 1% of our matter has been used on this tether. You got to pull it back. Hey, that's
my
cool.
thing is like, why not just stick a probe at the end of the tether then? Then you can still have all the readings that you have, whatever.
The simplest answer is not the best plot, Daniel. That
Yes,
is
I know.
what we have learned.
I mean, and I gathered, again, I don't know the science, but I gathered that they had to go deeper to get better readings, and so obviously with a probe,
I don't know, man.
it's the classic, man on a string goes into the anomaly. Like it happens in many sci-fi.
Yeah.
But it actually seemed more about Stamets and Book, a relationship no one's ever seen or cared about.
But I thought,
In fact,
they made it work though.
they kind of made it work. I agree. Like just because those two characters I think are generally pretty likable. But the problem with me, like they even called it out.
Yeah, they called it. Yeah.
There's a line where a Book says, "You haven't talked to me one time in 4 months. Like I think you've said 10 words to me." And it's like, yeah, why do we care about this? But whatever. They go in, they scan, they get back out. It's harrowing.
Yep.
Very dangerous.
Harrowing the whole episode.
But they survive. I'm
But they
shocked.
made it.
I mean,
Yes. Yep.
I don't want them to die, but I'm not surprised.
But Stamets was just holographic Stamets, so he was fine the whole time. But they get out.
We didn't even get a moment of like, oh no, Booker's been incapacitated. Holographic Stamets, push the button to save the ship. Oh, you can't. You're a hologram. Doesn't work that way.
I do love that the Stamets, who's I know he's sort of gotten rehabilitated these past couple of seasons as a nice guy, but
He's been through a lot.
yeah, but like most of us, there's still the awkward. How do you end in holographic presence? And he's like,
he takes off his own.
So I'm gonna turn this off here. I'm like that's literally like how do you be like I'm going.
You see him like walking away, and then he reaches over to something off camera, and then like blips out because that would be amazing.
Yeah. After having this heartfelt discussion, like, so I'm gonna.
Yeah. So they make it. We learn that we don't really know anything about this whole thing. The only thing we learn about the anomaly at the end of the episode is that two things. We learn that we don't know what it is, and that it can change direction.
Yes.
So the whole point was to try to predict where it's going so we could get people out of the way, evacuate places. But now...
Can we? I mean, in Picard's time, we could barely evacuate one planet. So is that like...
So we learned that...
we don't have any anomaly deniers.
Is it the Nexus, you guys? If it turns out to be the Nexus...
I mean,
I thought of it at first. I was like...
that would be cool. I mean, I think it would be cool. I know it gets hate, but I think it would be
did a
cool.
Nexus get sucked around a black hole so it became a sphere? Because
What if the Nexus imploded? What would it become?
It's not a ribbon.
Or maybe it like...
It's a metaphor.
Maybe it orbits the entire Milky Way or something. I don't know. I don't know how you do that
Because like as much as the three of us make fun of Discovery, a Nexus trip might be interesting with these people. I mean, it shows something about
that
these
would be a
characters that we
trip
don't know.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Like what would make
So we
Michael
scanned
happy?
it, and it moves on its own, but we don't know why, and we don't know how, and we don't
Exactly.
We can't control
More
it.
questions
So,
than answers.
what the big bad of the season wasn't solved in episode 2. I am
know.
shocked.
I don't know. We in fact know nothing about it. So
We know less than we did when we started.
yes. So, but we do also get a scene where Culber has a robotic body for
Oh yes, I forgot that. Yes.
Trill person.
You
I can't remember
those people's
characters'
names here.
Right, that's right. I knew he was going to be working on that. So
He
made he made an android.
A scene,
he didn't.
Yes,
Somebody else did.
Oh, somebody else did. He just
somebody
copied
else
their
made the
homework.
body.
Okay.
basically.
And
No,
then
he outsourced it. Somebody else
Okay.
made the body. He brought it in,
which is
and-
great. And we're in the future. Let's use the future tech by the future experts. Why do you have to reinvent the wheel?
You
Mr.
call
Pass?
it future tech, Darren, but they specifically call it a 24th century. What's his name?
Sungian design.
Is it
Soonian-
a Soon type android?
It is
Soonian-
based
yeah.
on,
Sully the name of Soon. Oh my god!
but it's actually I thought more correctly a early 25th century Sungian
Yes,
because
they. Yeah, go ahead.
well, I was going to say it's based on the model used by an admiral, a Starfleet admiral by the name of Picard.
Oh, so it's based off of the Gollum project
Yes.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So she's in it, or she's controlling it, or
well, going to be, because so let's get the names out here. So Adira, that's the current host, Adira, and then we have Gray is the ghost.
Gray's
but anyway,
ghost.
yeah. So
That's a Batman episode.
Yeah, it is.
But Gray and Adira basically, not belittling. They have their talk. And they have the sort of the holographic preview of the body. And so, they're talking about what it's going to be like, and
So
Gray,
used carsman Stamets is selling this beautiful body, could be yours for 20 easy payments of
Slap it on the trunk.
slap it on the trunk. Yeah.
well, they, I suppose, take off a mole like off the hand. So like, why not? If you could,
Customization.
exactly. So, I thought, because then they were.
Well, they didn't make him taller because they're like, well, that's going to actually cause problems with the. Now wait, but the android though looks like the actor, right?
Yeah, well, it's just like a hologram is what we were currently saying.
I'm just thinking, like, obviously it wouldn't be a different body because then that wouldn't make sense. You'd have a different person playing the role.
And they explained that you'll grow as old, and it's just going to be the same as your body because Picard.
They say that people didn't do it because it had a low success rate. Apparently, it only worked with Picard. By the way, people get smarter over time. They learn things.
1,000
It would
years?
only get better. Whatever.
800 years?
I know Discovery doesn't understand.
Well, but that makes sense though because they have less. I mean, there's no reason for them not to try it. Like they're already dead, so or you know what I mean.
Kind of dead. I still.
I don't want to describe it. It's weird.
I still. Don't understand.
and like Discovery is not the first Star Trek series to like introduce technology and then never use it again. So we're not picking on them.
Too.
Yeah,
For sure.
But I thought it's an interesting storyline, though. Much like
I thought they weren't going to solve this issue for like half the season. Now it's like episode 2, and he's got one check mark off.
But they haven't officially done it. But I thought like it was funny because I'd forgotten really about Gray's backstory. Because it's like, remember Gray, you were studying to be a guardian. I'm like, I vaguely recall.
At this point, they could just say, yes, that's exactly what she was doing. We're like, okay, sure.
Because Adira, I guess, was having some stress about everything's being real. But I thought they could have played more with it. Because they literally said the word transition, and considering the actors involved, transition is kind of an an allegory for what this is being done in the sci-fi story, a transitioning from an identity to another. Anyway, but they didn't do that. This show was just sort of like, yep, this is my body, isn't it weird? Oh well, we'll do that next episode. It'll be fun. And I'm like, okay, well,
yeah, we're not really sure. So. I will say, someone who was in this episode a lot that I really, really appreciated was Culber. And a lot of people he was obviously in the scene with the Gray and Adira, and then Tilly confided him at the end, and she was complimenting him, also seeking help.
He greeted his husband when he came back from holographic land.
Yes. Mm-hmm. He helped Stamets go into the holo thing, and he was in a lot of the episode. I kind of just like him, just his presence is I feel like he's just a great.
He's a sunshine every time he comes on.
Yeah, he is, and obviously the characters like that character as well. He's he's a really good glue kind of character that helps people through stuff, and Tilly compliments him in the episode and says you have a really soft way with people, and he's like thank you, very. I wish they didn't kill him. It really bothers me that he died and then he had to come back to life. Hey, but Spock did it. Whatever. I guess it's fine.
Well, and I think it's funny to me. I don't know. Discovery doesn't necessarily tend to make things official. Hand quoting that. Because I told you this, guys, before. I read somewhere where he's going to be the ship's counselor. I don't know if they're going to be some kind of, because this Tilly oh, you're good. And I'm like, I don't know if they're going to be next episode Tilly
does Tilly get any job? It seems like every job she's going for, she gets replaced by someone else.
I don't know, but anyway, I don't know. I don't know if there's gonna be a formal you are now ship's counselor, or just people just come to him.
Yeah, I was thinking we, even as poorly as the Troy character was initially handled, we still had a counselor and a doctor. It feels like it's too much for
you're a blue shirt,
Culber.
Daniel. You're a blue shirt. You can fix scanning equipment. You can fix cancer. You can do my therapy.
My depression.
Yeah,
right?
you're a blue shirt.
It's fine. Yeah. So it's a lot on his shoulders, but he's got that white uniform. That's good. So
I'm here to help.
Yeah. All right, closing it out. Let's close it out. We still know nothing about this anomaly. I will say it, unlike, I don't know, I can't say that. I was going to say it like it doesn't feel as, like with the other stuff that Discovery's dealt with, it always felt like, oh, there's something behind it. There's like a intelligence or like some sort of
Is this actually a force
it.
of nature, or is it malicious because of something else?
I would be like almost okay with it if it was just a force of nature, but based on the ending of the episode, where like it changed direction, we don't know what it's going to do. It feels definitely more malevolent than that. So, and of course, Discovery. It could just be someone having a temper tantrum. Oh, who knows? I feel confident in saying I have no confidence in the payoffs that Discovery is going to have at the end of the season. It's never been good. It's always been a letdown. It's always been frustrating. So it's like, I don't know where they're going yet. We don't have enough information. But to me, it's like, ugh, okay, whatever. I guess we're doing this again.
And this may not be it, but to endorse your point of view, I do wish it's natural, because I think it's a great allegory. And there's a million ways you can go with this, of it being kind of like COVID. That it's a natural. I mean, there's not. It is what it is. And so this anomaly, we don't understand it. What we think we know is changing how we have to behave. Seems like we have to constantly change.
Sounds like the crystalline entity. It's like it's just a natural thing. It's like, but it's kind of malicious too. Yeah. So,
but I mean, I think that would be an interesting way of how the species deal with it and how people react and how and because you could tell a lot of stories that way, but without telling it's COVID.
Well, with the burn, you could tell a lot of environmental stories, but they didn't do that. Like it's like,
look, if climate change is due to a temper tantrum teenager, I'm going to be disappointed. That's
my point. Like they never capitalize on these big, like they go for these ginormous ideas, and then it's just like nothing happens, and then at the end it's like, oh, it was just because some kid was sad, and it's like, why did we do this journey?
That's the hard thing. Is it's like Discovery's burned us so many times. Like
literally,
it's like, why
Burnham?
It's like, why be invested when it's gonna take some? And I'm not saying, oh, none of the things that happened in the last 3 seasons were what I wanted to happen, so I hate it. It's like, no, it's like I was there for the ride. It's just I got other stuff to do. Yeah, so.
I get you. I hear you, Darren. I'm with you.
This is much more enjoyable, you guys explaining it and trying to explain it and trying to be okay with it. And then I just kind of pipe in with some Star Trek quotes. And
I think then when it's my turn, I'm just going to do a quiz for Darren based on what do you think happened in this episode. Here's a question for multiple choice. Which one is the right answer?
Well, man, you said who sat down next to Burnham, and Saru was not even on my radar. So I'm going to get that one wrong.
Did we miss anything, Philip? Anything?
No,
any
I mean, it was about Booker. It was about Michael and Booker's relationship, and that was predominantly what it was. So that's what it was.
Yeah, and again, this is again like going back to that episode with Commander Darren. Picard. Picard. Of course, Picard is kind of on a level Discovery can't touch, but he learned in one scene, he learned this is a terrible idea. This could lead to very, very bad things. And you have this scene where Book is like, I'm the only one that can pilot my ship as good as I can. And then Saru comes in and Michael's like, I don't know what to do. And then Saru's like, you should let him do it, even though he's messed up in the head. And I'm like, no, why are you giving her such bad advice? This is terrible. Don't let him do it. Let the other pilot.
Saru, your name's not going to end up on this list of great notable captains you looked up with the kind of judgment calls like this.
It's and it turned out to be a terrible idea. He almost traumatized his way into getting exploded. And then Michael
Trauma
very
levels are too high to increase plot armor to compensate.
And again, I'm not saying this is a Discovery specific thing, but now that I think about this episode and last episode, which I defended the last episode to like the president character, but Discovery has its cake and eats it too, because in both arguably the first, I mean, I disagree, but in the first and second episode, you both had Michael being like, I'm going to risk Discovery to save these 5 people. And then in this one, you have Book's traumatized, but we're going to let him go in the mission. Not let him, but But like in both cases, those are both...
The plot dictates he must go.
Yeah, or that we should say, like, these could be both objectively bad decisions. They both work out, and at the end, we're like, man, yeah, it worked out, but it really shouldn't have. But I'm like, what lesson are we learning here?
Yeah. That's the whole problem in general with a lot of this writing. Again, it's great concepts, great characters, but the execution, like, why, like, does it feel like there's these big stake? No, it feels like the plot armor is going to hold
no consequences.
No matter how, it's just, Saru leaves. No, he doesn't. He comes back. It's just.
It almost felt like was, and I don't know, Daniel. Did you feel like Booker was suicidal at some point?
I did, and I actually thought it was. That's what I was just going to say. I actually thought it would have been interesting for Stamets to have been on the bridge of his ship, and then like he just dies. And of course, I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't do it, because like that would make a whole season of Michael drama. Like that would. But I'm kind of glad they didn't go that way, because it kind of seems easy to do that. But I also, like you said, what lesson is being learned here? Like, she lets him go, and he almost muffs it up, but he doesn't. So she's no, don't send your boyfriend on mission critical stuff. Like, you shouldn't even have he says specifically, he's disobeying Michael, and he's like, I'm not Starfleet. I can do what I want. You can't stop me, lady. Unless you're going to put me in the bridge.
And he's that's like, not how the ship works.
How would that have been? Because he's acting like you can put me in the brig, or
next shot he's in the brig. That would be
sedate
hilarious.
me. And she's like, yeah, you're right, Book.
Yeah. Or just cut to next shot. He's just in the brig, like hands folded over his chest, and it's like, what'd you expect, dude? She's the captain of a vessel. It doesn't. He sounds like the neutral zone guy who's like, I'm from the past where capitalism was great and things were, and it's like, you're a civilian at a time on this Galaxy class ship. You matter not.
Yes.
If you don't agree with what we're asking you to do, we're just going to lock you in your room. So like, what is his point?
Am I misremembering? Didn't Cisco put Cassidy in the brig one time?
He arrested her. He arrested her because she was smuggling stuff, and she went to jail for like half a season, and she was mad about it, but she was like, you had to do it because otherwise I wouldn't have respected you.
And that's again,
fortunately that jail was during like the season break, so it happened pretty quick. I think
when she was on set for another show, or
we were on a break,
something like that. Yeah,
but that's again, like we have that whole episode with Worf and Jadzia where it's like, you don't send people like this. There's a reason those like rules exist, man. Like,
I mean, it's also if you want to go that far, it's why. In a way, I understand the won't they part of the will they, won't they, Chakotay Janeway, because I mean, we all talk about like how cool that would have been as like a relationship. It's like, yeah, but like if that had actually happened, what would that have done to Voyager?
Yeah. So, anyways, I guess
is his way of accepting their relationship. He takes off his Maquis badge and he puts on some Starfleet pips.
Do you call them mom and dad? I don't know. It doesn't.
See, I would have liked it better, Philip, if Michael wasn't the one to bring him back, like to snap him back into reality. If it was Stamets, that would have made sense, but it's not. It's still Michael who does it. So it's like maybe she could have actually experienced like, oh my God, I can't reach him. And Stamets somehow has something that he does.
And look,
Stamets could talk. I mean, I'm assuming he did, but he could talk about loss.
He did.
I mean, where he lost Colt.
Yeah,
like,
he
use
did
that.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I am. I know it's a episode of television, and I am not an expert in trauma or treatment of trauma. I would be interested in talking to people who treat trauma. What would be a realistic way?
Where did they mess up in this?
What would be a realistic way to show? I don't know if even treatment is the right word, but anyway, dealing, counseling, or working with someone with trauma. Because I mean, like we've, in my opinion, effed it up with Detmer. Like, oh, episode, she'll work it out. Boom, press buttons on a ship, and then it'll make her better. I'm like, that clearly can't be the answer.
Are they
But I'm
saying
like,
Stamets is the emergency counseling hologram?
yes.
Is that basically what he's become?
Kinda.
I mean, talking obviously helps. Again, I'm not an expert. Talking obviously helps, but I mean, Booker was hallucinating. Okay, not good, not good.
Yeah,
That's not hallucination. That's just the programmable matter.
He was Mass Effect 3, and that's not good.
I get it now, Philip. Thank you. Nice. All right. Well, let's close it out. Philip, you saw the what's happening next week. No, neither of us have seen that. So, what is happening next week? Can you fill us in real quick?
Is there more scanning of the anomaly?
Like I said, the only thing I really remember from the teaser is the appearance of the Romulan maternal ninjas, whose names I'm forgetting for the moment. So that the episode 4, I believe, I'm sure the episode 3 title is up. I'm not remembering it right now. But
Episode 3 is called Choose to Live.
that's why.
So
It's exactly it.
Daniel called it
we
last
are-
episode. So
Yeah, he did. That's just like
Awesome.
what that one guy said. Oh, hey.
I'm so excited to see more of that.
Can we go to their home planet and there's a statue of that guy because he was like so great in his time?
I hope he has his sword, and
He's reaching out to the future.
you telling about the statue?
He didn't choose to live.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Anyways, we'll find out next week what's going on with that. Right, December 2nd. Yep, so we're good. All right, Philip, if people wanted to get a hold of you and find out what your favorite size anomaly is, how would they find you?
They can find me at NC Public Servant.
And Darren, if people wanted to get a hold of you and see how the best way to stream Discovery in their respective country, how would they get a hold of you?
They can go to drsci-fi.com, DRSCIFI.
And if people wanted to find me and find out why Culber may be Discovery's #1 character, they can find me at OneUpDan. That's the #1, not the word. All right, that's it for this week. We will catch you guys later. I'm Daniel Prue.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
I'm Darren Moser.
Grounded here, hopefully nowhere near the anomaly, on SETI Alpha 3.